What's up, guys? Find the Meta here, coming at you with my Madolche deck list for the December 2020 ban list. Now, I've been actually excited to play this deck in this format because the new ban list didn't really do anything to hit it, so I'm really excited for the build that I'm going to be bringing you today, and let's just jump right into it. To start things off, we have 3 Madolche Mageling, 3 Madolche Angeli, 3 Madolche Hootcake, 3 Messengelato. I've really wanted to cut this card down to 2, but if you draw one and you're only playing 2, it kind of limits what you can do in the combo unless you already have Salon. So unfortunately, I feel like you have to play 3. 3 Madolche Petensessor, and 1 Madolche Pudding Sis to round off the Madolche monsters. It is a brick if you draw it, but it allows access to Chocolate Olive mode, which is incredibly powerful because the summon from deck is not once per turn. Because we're maining 3 Hootcake, I am maining Hand Traps. We have 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is actually one of the strongest hand traps in this deck right now because of the effect of Teacher. Teacher allows you to recycle your Veiler mid-opponent's turn, so you can Veiler one of their cards, activate Teacher's effect on the resolution window, and add Veiler back to your hand if you have the field spell out. And then you can use Veiler again that turn because Veiler is not a once per turn hand trap. So Veiler is really strong, and since we're running hand traps such as Veiler, we're going to go ahead and play the Ash Blossom too, because Ash Blossom is also a really strong card in the format. On to the spells, we're playing 2 Madolche Salon, 2 Madolche Chateau, 2 Madolche Ticket. We're playing 2 of each because of how highly searchable they are. We're playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Now, this would be the card that I would replace if I was going to make changes to the deck. It's still pretty good against decks like Eldritch, or if you can Cosmic Cyclone the Magical Meltdown against Invoked to prevent the search for the Alistair if they don't already have it. It's pretty effective, but its uses are limited this format, so far at least, and it would be the first card I'd take out if I was going to make changes to it. 1 Upstart Goblin to increase consistency, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster because we can, and 1 Cult by the Grave. I still don't know why this card's at 1, but hey, you know, we run it at 1. We have 3 Infinite Impermanence going into our trap cards, 2 Madolche Promenade. Just like the spells, it's highly searchable. You'll set it at the end of the combo with Salon, so you can set it just straight from deck and you don't need to search it out with Messengelato, or you can search it out with Messengelato and set something else with Salon. Either way, it's good at 2. And 1 Palooza. Now, Palooza in itself is not a very strong card, but because of its effect, your opponent will usually waste resources, either destroying it before your turn comes around, or they'll waste a negate on it because of the potential power of the effect if it resolves. So even though it's not that strong of a card right now, I actually find it helps my opponent waste resources more than I actually resolve the effect. So you can beta negate by activating this in standby phase or main phase 1 of your turn, getting rid of a potential stopper to your combo later on. So that's it for the main deck. It's a cut 40 cards. We're going to go ahead and move straight on to the extra deck now. Oh, sorry, bumped the camera. Starting things off, we have 2 Madolche Fresh Sis Starts. It's a really strong card, protects your back row. And for the generics, we have Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, IP Masquerena, Nightmare Unicorn, and Abyss Dweller. Now, you don't tend to go into these very often because Madolche Petensessor locks you into Madolche monsters, but if they say Effect Veiler, Imperm your Petensessor, you can overlay into Dweller to hopefully stop some of their plays, or link into IP Masquerena to get a potential Nightmare Unicorn disruption on their turn. They're nice to have, but you won't use them very often. On to the Madolches, we have 3 Madolche Teacher. You play 3 because you tend to banish 1 during the main play out of the combo. And having access to 2 in the extra deck after you've comboed once is still very good. The effect is really strong. You can use it proactively to disrupt your opponent's graveyard plays, or you can, like I said earlier, add back the Veiler to your hand with its effect, or Ash if you have Ash in your graveyard too. Or you could use it to trigger Salon and Ticket mid opponent's combo to kind of hopefully disrupt them by summoning, say, a Pudding Sis in defense mode that they then have to get over by popping, because if they attack it, you get to pop something. All in all, it's a very strong card, and I highly recommend you play it at 3. Next, we have 3 Madolche Queen Tiramisus. I mean, this is one of the strongest Exceed monsters they've ever printed. It's non-targeting, non-destruction removal. It triggers your ticket in your salon. It adds resources back to your deck or hand. All in all, it's just an amazing card. There's no reason you shouldn't run 3. And then last for the extra deck, we have 2 Madolche Pudding Sis Chocolate a la Modes. We're only playing 2 because although it is a very important part of the combo, it's highly recyclable. You can recycle one with the other. You can recycle them with Madolche Teacher or Madolche Queen. There are other ways that you can get things back, but you don't really need 3. I've never been in a situation where I've needed 3. So that's it for the extra deck. We're going to go ahead and move on to the side deck. We have 3 DD Crow. Just an all-around good hand trap. When the Ash Blossoms aren't that effective, you can swap them out for DD Crow. We are currently playing 3 Artifact Lancia. It's still a pretty good card. There's a lot of decks that banish cards from their graveyard, and it gives you a turn of reprieve from that. It's a situational hand trap, but I find that I need it more often than I don't. So that's why it's in here. 3 Gamma Seal to get over problematic cards like Dragoon. 3 Nibiru to side in against the Mirror Match and other combo decks. And finally, 3 Dark Ruler No More. That's it for the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments about the list, leave them in the comment section below. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.